A recent video of Lei Jun, Xiaomi CEO, driving a Ferrari has set Chinese social media ablaze. Viewers humorously commented, "It's official, here comes the Ferrari me." The uproar follows the unveiling of Xiaomi's first car, the SU7, in March. The SUV's design bears a striking resemblance to the Porsche Taycan Turbo, earning it the nickname Porsche's Me. Online, many people have been quick to mock Lei Jun's seemingly blatant imitation of the Porsche's model. As speculation swirled about what brand Xiaomi might be reinvent next, Lei Jun's Ferrari appearance led some to believe Ferrari itself could be the next. It's now widely anticipated that Xiaomi's upcoming SUV may closely mirror the Ferrari Pirosang in style. Some have questioned why Lei Jun, the CEO of an automotive brand, does not choose to drive his own company's vehicles. This decision contrasts with the practices of many other Chinese EV leaders who publicly drive their brands as a show of confidence. For example, William Li, CEO of NIO, ranked third in China's EV market, is known for exclusively riding in NIO vehicles during public appearances. Regardless, promotion is promotion and business is business. But actions speak louder than words. Lei Jun likely understands best the reliability of his own products and is well aware of any potential issues with his Porsche's Me. His choice not to drive Xiaomi's car, even for basic marketing purposes, speaks volumes. In March 2021, Xiaomi has officially announced its entry into the automotive industry with the start of Xiaomi Auto production. After over 1,000 days of anticipation, the company finally unveiled its debut vehicle, the SU7. Its launch event caused a stir online as netizens couldn't help but notice the striking resemblance between the SU7's design and the Porsche's Taycan Turbo. Adding to the amusement, the vehicle boasts a dizzying array of features. According to unofficial reports, the SU7 is packed with items like phone holders, powerful flashlights, an onboard mini fridge, walkie-talkies, ambient lighting, a panoramic sunshade, an umbrella, and even a microphone, essentially bringing the entire Xiaomi store into a single car. The reactions from people were humorous and incredulous. If they add a bathtub next, I'm sold. Does the umbrella holder come with a dryer? This feature stacking approach is seen by some as a trend among Chinese EV manufacturers, relying on added accessories and aesthetic appeal to boost prices when core functionalities may still be in development. Since its release, the Xiaomi SU7 has been surrounded by controversy. The model has faced a string of criticism, including reports of non-refundable deposits, seat bulging, paint issue before delivery, cost-cutting measures, and repeated accidents with test vehicles, many of which have trended on social media. Recently, an SU7 owner shared a troubling experience with Xiaomi's smart driving feature. Without any apparent trigger, the vehicle suddenly changed lanes and braked sharply, catching the drivers completely off guard. The owner criticized Xiaomi's system, calling it junk smart driving, and urged others to use it with caution. When reported to customer service, the response was less than as reassuring. According to the after-sales engineer, the issue could be due to dust on the camera or a slight incline causing the front camera to misinterpret the ground as an obstacle. The takeaway advice: avoid using Xiaomi's smart driving feature on dusty roads or inclines. Another SU7 owner also complained that after less than 2 weeks of use, their new vehicle's side mirrors began emitting an increasingly sharp and annoying beeping sound. Left with no other options, the owner reached out to Xiaomi's after-sales service, who recommended bringing the car in for inspection. When the owner asked about compensation for the inconvenience, they were told that repairs would be covered but not compensated. The owner's disappointment quickly turned to anger. "This is clearly a manufacturing defect. Why should I bear the cost?" The journey to the service center involved a 600-kilometer round trip, with expenses for charging, tolls, and accommodation. When pressed, the after-sales teams downplayed the issue, stating that it's normal for a car with thousands of parts to have one or two small noises, and even suggested that some cars just get better over time. Top 10 reasons people advise against buying the Xiaomi SU7. Number 1, no lifetime warranty on key electric components. Number 2, unstable locking system. The car frequently locks and unlocks erratically when people are nearby, and unresolved issues that frustrates many owners. Number 3, unequal quality across trims. Xiaomi is reportedly the only company where the lower trim models have significantly lower quality materials, primarily steel, making them far less durable than competitors in the same price range. Number 4, single chamber air suspension. The air suspension design appears hasty, with the air tank seemingly added as an afterthought. Xiaomi's after-sales service is also criticized for poor support and excessive red tape. Number 5, low quality interior. Among cars priced under 300,000 yuan, the SU7's interior is noted as one of the worst, with plastic materials that look like wood but lack quality. Number 6, flimsy undercarriage protection. Inspections reveal a very thin metal sheet fastened with only 8 mm screw for undercarriage protection. Number 7, single layer glass. Noise levels become noticeably high when driving over 60 km per hour due to the single layer glass, which is uncommon for vehicles in this price bracket. Number 8, high insurance premiums. Insurance quotes for the SU7 hover around 8,000 to 9,000 yuan, a significant cost for most buyers. Number 9, fragile exterior. Power washing the car is problematic as the plastic components are easily damaged by water pressure. Number 10, unpredictable smart driving. The smart driving system aggressively accelerates on ramps and often speeds up despite having plenty of space ahead. This increases the risk of rear-ended collisions if another vehicle suddenly switches lanes. It seems wise for Xiaomi CEO Lei Jun's to choose a Ferrari over his own car. Despite being a Fortune Global 500 company, Xiaomi has faced persistent issues with product quality and customer service, especially in its main product lines like smartphones, tablets, and smart home appliances. In recent years, Xiaomi's phones in particular have been plagued by quality scandals, with a surge of media reports highlighting thousands of consumer grievances. The consumer service assurance platform has received over 17,000 complaints about mobile devices, marking an 195% increase in complaints for 2023 compared to the previous year, with claims totaling over 56 million yuan. Xiaomi smartphones account for over 5,000 of these complaints, or 29% of the total, making it the top brand for product-related grievances. In 2022, reports of quality issues in the Xiaomi 11 series went viral on Chinese social media, making it to the Weibo's trending list. The hashtag Xiaomi 11 series quality issue has been viewed over 170 million times with more than 24,000 discussions. Frustrated fans expressed disappointment, with some saying, "I'll never buy Xiaomi again," while others questioned legends, "Can Xiaomi phones only last a year?" Statistics indicate that major issues with Xiaomi phones include sudden crashes, unresponsive controls, camera lag, and frequent motherboard failures. These ongoing quality and service challenges have left many Xiaomi fans disheartened, casting doubt on the brand's expansion into new markets, including its ambitious entry into the automotive industry. In addition to widespread complaints about its smartphone quality, Xiaomi has faced criticism for the reliability of its home appliances products. On October 20, a woman in Chaozhou reported a serious incident, stating the Xiaomi magnetic power bank I had used only a few times suddenly exploded. My home was almost destroyed. Photos provided by the woman show a scene of severe damage. The power bank explosion left her living room in disarray, with a corner cabinet scorched black and surrounding items heavily damaged. Many areas of the living room were blackened by smoke. Still shaken by the incident, the woman recounted that she had purchased a Xiaomi power bank on April 18, 2023 through JD.com for 199 yuan. Because she recently bought a new phone, she rarely used the power bank, charging it only twice in the past 6 months. On its third use, it exploded. The blast occurred in the early hours, and she quickly took emergency actions to prevent further damage after hearing the explosion. The woman criticized Xiaomi's slow response. "I contacted customer service around 11 a.m. on October 20th, and they promised someone would get back to me within 2 hours, but I heard nothing until 4 p.m., she said. On the afternoon of October 21st, Xiaomi store staff finally visited her home to document the damage and record her compensation request, assuring her that they would escalate the information. On October 23rd, Xiaomi Home issued a statement saying that the power bank was still under testing and the cause of the explosion remained under investigation. For now, they could not provide a clear response regarding the quality issue of the device. Turning our attention to BYD, China's top-selling electric vehicle brand, it's said that BYD is one of only two profitable companies in China's top 10 EV manufacturers alongside Tesla. BYD's founder and one of the most seasoned and successful figures in the Chinese auto industry, Wang Changfu, has been careful to publicly support his brand, frequently seen in BYD vehicles at events and appearances, but people have recently uncovered that in private, one reportedly favors the Lexus LS430. This choice reveals Wang's discerning taste and practical wisdom. Among luxury brands, Lexus remain a reputation of being understated yet exceptionally reliable, consistently topping North American automotive reliability rankings. The LS430 Wang is rumored to drive might look unassuming on the outside, but it's known for its well-rounded high-performance qualities. It's understandable that Wang Chuanfu takes on a calculated risk by exclusively using BYD vehicles in public appearances. As a veteran in the automotive industry, it would be difficult to justify using vehicles from other brands under the disguise of testing or research, as it could imply a lack of confidence in his own brand's quality. In private, there's no pressing need for Wang to continue driving a BYD. Should a breakdown or worse, a quality-related incident occur while he is on the road, it could not only nullify BYD's extensive marketing efforts but also damage the brand's reputation. As the one who knows BYD's product quality best, Wang's decision to use the Lexus LS430 privately seems well considered. Not only does it provide a low-profile, inconspicuous choice, minimizing unwanted attention, but it's also renowned for its safety and reliability. In recent years, the frequent reports of spontaneous fires in various BYD electric vehicles models has raised significant concerns about the brand's power system reliability. Recently, BYD announced a recall of around 100,000 vehicles from the Dolphin and Yuan Plus models due to fire-related safety risks. One viral video highlights a disturbing incident involving BYD's premium brand, Tenxi. In a video, a Tenxi salesperson asked a customer to release both hands from the steering wheel during a test drive, only to watch as the car collides directly with the vehicle in front. In another widely circulated clip, a BYD luxury model, the Yangwang U8, is seen stalled in a remote area after attempting to cross a shallow river. A man filming the scene mockingly nicknames it as the Yangwang Tow 8, remarking that it locked up entirely after crossing just a small stream. Recently, major Chinese automakers released their financial reports revealing that many are selling vehicles at a loss. NIO reported a net loss of 10.4 billion yuan, or about 1.5 billion US dollars in the first half of the year, with only under 90,000 units sold, resulting in an average loss per vehicle of about 120,000 yuan, or 16,000 US dollars. XPeng Motors posted a net loss of 2.65 billion yuan, or 370 million US dollars, with a sale volume of 52,000 vehicles, averaging a loss of 51,000 yuan, or 7,100 US dollars per vehicle. BAIC Blue Park, known for its Arc Fox brand, recorded 28,000 units sold with a per vehicle loss of about 92,000 yuan, or 12,000 US dollars. Geely's Zeekr brand sold around 88,000 units in the first half of the year, but still faced losses with a per-vehicle profit of negative 43,600 yuan, or about 6,100 US dollars. Leap Motor reported just under 87,000 units sold with a per vehicle loss of 25,500 yuan or about 3,500 US dollars. Huawei backed vehicle, which received substantial government subsidies, recorded a loss of 30,000 yuan or 4,000 US dollars per unit sold. Though some automatics managed to stay profitable, their per vehicle profit margins were minimal. Dongfeng Motors Group reported a net profit of 684 million yuan or around 96 million with 966,000 units sold, resulting in an average per vehicle profit of just under 100 US dollars. Jack Motors posted a per vehicle profit of only about 200 US dollars, while JMC recorded around 800 US dollars per vehicle. Guangzhou Automotive Group was about $250, SAIC Motors $440, and BAIC Group at $490 profit per vehicle. Chang'an Motor Automobile sold 1.3 million units with a per vehicle profit of about 300 US dollars. Ceres Group, with its high-end SUV Ato M9 priced at 500,000 yuan, sold about 236,000 units for the first half of the year, achieving a net profit of 1.6 billion yuan or 213 million US dollars, but the per vehicle profit was only under 1,000 US dollars. BYD is the only profitable company among China's top 10 EV brands. It reported a half-year sales volume of 1.6 million units and a net profit of 13.6 billion yuan or around 1.9 billion US dollars. Still, the per vehicle profit was only under 8,500 yuan or about 1,200 US dollars, meaning it would take the profit from selling 100 BYD vehicles to match a profit of a single Ferrari sale. The primary reason for low profitability in the industry is overcapacity, which stems from the Chinese government's strategic push to dominate the market. Chinese automakers have limited autonomy in major decision-making, as they must align with government policies to survive in the domestic market. Another significant factor in low profitability is a lack of core technology. Key components like motors, controllers, and chips are often imported. On October 15, Great Wall Motors chairman Wei Jianjun said in an interview with Sina Finance, in traditional internal combustion technology, we certainly can't compete with foreign brands. As electric vehicle is not the foreign companies lack the technology, they simply haven't made it a strategic priority. Wei Jianjun further highlighted China's lack of essential technologies. He remarked, China's power battery technology was initially invented in the United States, originated in Japan, and later developed by South Korea. Our motors, controllers, and the chips we use are all American-made. Sony Honda Mobility's president Izumi Kawashi shared a similar perspective on Chinese electric vehicles. In late 2023, he commented Chinese EVs lack real technology and focus only on flashy displays. Wei's remarks sparked significant debate within and outside China's automotive industry. The general consensus in the industry is that the core technologies of EV consist mainly of electric controls, motors, and batteries, with electric controls also encompassing automotive-grade chips and other components. China's New Weekly magazine reported in April that core hardware for control modules such as battery management system, motor control units, and vehicle control units is largely dominated by foreign companies. Suzhou Zhutianhe Technology, a specialist in EV components manufacturing, published an article on its website revealing that China accounts for only 5% of patent applications for drive motor technology, which is a key indicator of technical proficiency. In contrast, over 90% of these patents come from Europe, the US, and Japan. In terms of critical components, the gap for Chinese car companies is even wider. Although China has the world's largest rare earth reserves, advanced technologies for refining and processing neodymium iron boron materials remain in the hands of Japan and Germany. For silicon steel sheets, China can achieve a thickness of 0.35 millimeters, whereas Japan has reached 0.27 millimeters. High-performance silicon steel sheets are still largely imported. In high-speed motor bearings, the disparity is even greater. Most high-speed motor bearings are imported with minimal reliance on domestically produced ones. In terms of advanced solid-state battery technology, China lags behind Japan. In June, Toyota officially announced that its solid-state battery would enter mass production in 2026, with gradual expansion planned for 2027 and 2028 and large-scale production slated for after 2030. Vehicles equipped with these solid-state batteries are expected to achieve over 1,000 kilometers of range and a 10-minute fast charge. What is the situation for China's two large battery manufacturers? In April, chief scientists at CATL Wu Kai revealed that their solid-state battery technology currently ranked around a 4 to a 1 to 9 maturity scale. CATL claims to reach a maturity level of 7 to 8 by 2027, which would enable small-scale production, though large-scale production might still face cost-related challenges. In terms of solid-state battery technology, BYD and CATL are at a similar level. At the 2024 World Power Battery Conference in early September, BYD's battery technology director Sun Huajun stated that BYD still has a long way to go in achieving large-scale production of solid-state batteries. He noted, "Currently, we are transitioning from early laboratory stages to engineering applications," adding that mass production of solid-state batteries face many issues, including engineering and interface challenges. The situation is even more severe regarding automotive chips. A 2023 report from the Market Economy Research Institute of China's State Council Development Research Center revealed that China's automotive chip dependence on foreign source is as high as 95%. Its reliance on computational and control chips is at 99% and power and storage chips at 92%. Former Ministry of Industry and Information Technology Miao Wei previously remarked that China's EV industry lacks chips and a core, with companies merely voicing complaints. Mr. Wei also mentioned that over the past decade, 24 domestic auto brands have gone bankrupt, with this trend likely to continue. By the end of 2023, only about 40 electric vehicle companies remained operational, a more than 90% decline from the peak in 2018. Between 2020 and 2023, several Chinese new energy vehicle companies went bankrupt, including Weltmeister Motors, iWays, Innovate, and Byton. Meanwhile, struggling brands like Hi-Fi and Hycan are on the brink of collapse. Wei emphasized that disorderly price wars are a major factor in these bankruptcies. The consequences go beyond brand closures, leading to potential market devaluation in the used car sectors, a collapse in repair services, and significant long-term losses. These repercussions could persist for 6 to 7 years. Against this backdrop, the quality of Chinese EVs has become a secondary concern, as it's rarely a primary focus for industry leaders. This situation raises reminders about the overproduction issue within China's EV industry, heavily supported by state subsidies and government strategic objectives. Beyond the goal of capturing the global auto market, there is an unspoken and unacknowledged objective: the potential use of electronic products, including consumer and industrial equipment, for user surveillance. On January 14, 2021, Xiaomi was added to a US government blacklist due to alleged ties with the Chinese military. Huawei has long been labeled by the US government as a highly dangerous company with alleged ties to the Chinese military, operating under the guise of a private enterprise but with undisclosed objectives behind its products and investments. In a 2019 interview with CNBC, former US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo stated that Huawei's relationship with the Chinese Communist Party is clear. He added that Huawei's CEO hasn't been transparent with the American public or the world. Former President Trump also called Huawei's actions highly dangerous from both national security and military perspective during a White House briefing on the same day. In fact, back in 2007, Huawei's attempt to acquire 3Com was blocked, highlighting the early recognition by the US of the link between telecommunication technologies and national security concerns, particularly Huawei's ties to the Chinese military. Former White House Chief Strategist Steve Bannon went as far as to state openly Huawei is the People's Liberation Army. This brings us to Huawei CEO Ren Zhengfeng, who was never shied away from publicly stating that he uses an iPhone instead of a Huawei device, also claiming that his daughter and family members prefer Apple as well. As a former military officer, he undoubtedly knows his product inside and out. For him, Huawei phone's quality isn't the issue. It's that even in public, where one might expect him to support his brand, he avoids using Huawei entirely. The reason is simple: personal phones aren't something one can switch out frequently. Even if he were to hold a Huawei foldable phone for show, when a real call comes through, he'd still want to reach for his iPhone. Huawei's phones, known for their global surveillance capabilities, can allegedly track and monitor a user's voice, messages, GPS location, and other personal data 24/7. Ren knows this and avoids carrying one himself, as does his family. In contrast, BYD's Wang Chuanfu can still showcase BYD cars in public appearances, sticking to the script of where to go and what to say. He can tolerate the occasional discomfort for the sake of brand support. Privately, Wang Changfu can still choose to ride in Lexus. He fully understands that BYD's quality issues are not the main concern. Rather, as influential figures like himself and Ren, they are likely key targets of state surveillance. The product used by these Chinese business leaders often reveal important truths. Imagining Wang Changfu taking a call, one can be almost certain the phone he pulls out would not be a Huawei.